Well, g'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers. Solo bush adventure today to the site that we've visited in the past. It's a 1940s, 50s, 60s two-up school. Now, if you're not Australian and you don't know what two-up is, I'll put a link down in the description of the video to explain what two-up is. It's basically a gambling game with two coins. Hence, I'm looking for coins. Now, mostly notes would have been used in here because by the 40s and 50s, people had a lot of money and you know, you had £5, £10 notes being bet, no doubt, in this betting ring. I grew up in this area, and many years ago when I was under 10, my grandfather used to always tell me, don't go up in that track in the bush, that's where the men play two-up. And the police used to raid it every now and then, but it was kind of a well-known spot, and it is well-known to detectorists. Colleen and I have been here before, found lots of coins in here. Hopefully I'll find a few more today. Beautiful day for detecting. I've got my Garrett Apex with me. I'm going to run that with a little coil because of the target clutter and see if we can pick some coins out of the bush here, where long ago groups of men were drinking and playing the game of two-up. Okay, here's my first evidence of activity in the past. Big, thick glass bowl or something, but over here's something really interesting. Bottom off an old brown glass beer bottle, 1954, dated. Pity that wasn't intact. I've got a full set of World War II bottles like that. There's more of it there. Usually the New South Wales Bottle Company. Okay, so we're going to head up this way through the bush, see what we can discover in here. Just got this interesting piece. I'm not sure what it is. It's no writing. Some sort of hook. I thought it was like a model car part, but it's too large for that, I think. I'm not sure what that is. I'll see if I can get any writing or manufacturers off that, but it's some sort of piece that had a purpose once upon a time. I'm not sure what it is now. That was a good target, as you can imagine. Okay, so today I'm using the Garrett Apex, multi-frequency, and I've got the 5x8 ripper coil on there. Because of the number of targets in here, I need some good target separation, so lots of iron, lots of low tone targets, but I won't hesitate to dig those and cherry pick any high numbers I come across. This looks pretty good. 83, it's jumping around a bit though. I know I'm getting high tones in both directions, just in that grass clump there. So I'll put the Apex aside and we'll go live here if we can. If you can see what's happening. Well, it's grass back. There's bushland in here, so we can use a prospecting pick. We don't need to, well, you couldn't dig plugs here, there's too many roots and the ground's too hard. Okay, we're over in here. Just give you a better view of that. How's that? I don't think this one's going to be a bottle top. I've got a few of those wine bottle tops with glass included, so I should have gloves on, but I haven't. In the sidewall there. Okay, we've moved it. Got it in my hand. That's okay. What is this? It's a small, very high conductive small target. I feel that's not the target. I think that's going to give me an 86 unless it's a bit of melted alloy. I'll just get back to you in a minute and I'll just check this hole with the machine. Okay, so no, that wasn't the target. Obviously the pinpointer can't discriminate. It just detects all metal. You can only adjust the sensitivity. There was a target in the hole when I checked it again with the Apex, and it was deeper, and it's this interesting chrome piece which may be off an old car, I think. Let's have a look at it together. Okay, this is it here. It was there about 4 inches down. I think it looks like a part of an old car badge, perhaps. I'll see if there's any writing on that when I clean it up. Anyway, yeah, it's chromed steel. Okay, this dig was interesting. I just got a piece of flat copper cut off a box or something, an old copper box. Interesting artifacts, eh? I've got concrete, old piece of concrete, some porcelain, and some nice thick glass off a bowl or plate, more glass in there. Right, I got a screaming 82, and look at this beautifully exposed old penny in the morning light. Just under the leaf litter. Here she comes. Wow, that's a ripper, that one. Sitting flat on the ground. Perfect for metal detecting. Let's see if we can find a date. Gee, she's pretty worn. Okay, I'll give this a bush clean. And see if we can get a date off it. What a ripper. Well, the old site's producing yet. I'll give this a clean. And see if we can reveal a date. Right, there she is on the screen. Pretty sure it's 1924, it's a KG5. 100 years old this year. Beautiful old Commonwealth penny there, beautiful design. Simple, straight to the point. States the value on the coin, 1 penny. What a ripper. Well, this dig was just lead, but out came this with it broken. I'd say it's a bread and butter plate. I think it's bigger than a saucer. Yeah, it's not a saucer. Oh yes, it is a saucer. I can feel it. It's a saucer. So someone's having a cup of tea out here and dropping that penny. Well, the old 2-up school's paying off. I want to say we were here probably 5 years ago, Colleen and I. And because Colleen's been here, I didn't hold much hope for finding anything, because she found a lovely coin spill next to a big gum tree about 20 metres there behind the camera. But I've sort of stumbled in a little area that we obviously walked around. I got that first coin about 15 minutes ago, and I've just got a second one over here now. Come and have a look at it with me. I haven't taken it out of the ground. I've just moved the leaf litter and revealed it for the first time in probably 50 or 60 years. So let's go and have a look at this coin now. Okay, I just had to come back over here to get the camera. And Apex is just over here. I dug a lot of bottle tops and broken bottles there, so I know there's been a lot of activity. This is where the 2-up game was actually played. I mean, there's been plenty of people detected this over the years, but with a little coil and a multi-frequency machine, you can cherry pick targets out of all the clutter and rubbish that's here. And I just saw a coin come out here somewhere. Here it is. Another beautiful old penny, look at that. I just let it dry off a bit before I clean it. And we'll get a date off it. That was really ringing up high. It was an 86, 88 jumping to 90. So that little ripper core really liked this coin. Anyway, just give it a few minutes to dry and I'll give it a bush clean. Just a beautiful day in the bush today, 25 degrees. Cloudless sky. Why would you be anywhere else? Really enjoying myself in here. I hope you're enjoying the video. Okay, let's have a look at this coin. Right, there's the coin. I can see it's a kangaroo. I haven't cleaned off the back. There's a bit of, looks like a bit of copper cancer around the edge, unfortunately, but I'll clean it up, preserve that with a little bit of machine oil or something. It'll be a KG6, as it's a kangaroo, and I'll get some steel picks when I clean these up at the end of the video. Let's keep going. You'd have to think there'd be a little silver in here, a threepence or a sixpence. We found them in here before, and for the number of years that this was in use as an illegal 2-up school, so many coins would have come through this bit of bushland. Of course, mostly notes, but plenty of coins getting dropped, people drinking beer, alcohol involved. There's always a few spills to be found. But I've just pulled the grass back. Where my talon boot is there, was there, that's where the penny was. If I move up in here with this double D, got a mid-tone there. That's a 7880, very compact as you can see. So let's dig this little bit of ground up and see if there's any more. Yep, that high tone was a coin. Looks like I got a halfpenny. That came from up in there, next to the penny. Is it a halfpenny? Yeah, it looks like a halfpenny. Commonwealth of Australia halfpenny. Let's give this one a clean, see if we can get a date off that. There's more targets here too. Ripper. Well, I should have known with that high tone signal. It's a ram's head shilling. How good is that? Look at that merino shining away. Silver. That is beautiful. One of the most beautiful coins we've ever minted. The ram's head shilling. And shillings aren't such a common find because they didn't mint many of them at all. I'll get a year and I'll put the mintage for the year once I give this a clean. But we've got silver. We've got a penny. We've got silver up there. And I think I've got some more targets here, so hopefully it's a coin spill. Bit of 2-up was definitely going on here. Okay, there it is. I checked it again on the machine and it's a 70s tone, and therefore it's a 50% silver, 1955, because after 46, of course, all the silvers went to 50%. So that is a beautiful old coin. Wonderful design. I haven't cleaned the back off yet. I'll do that when I get back to camp, but what a ripper. Beautiful old coins from the old 2-up school, which has been hammered. I think this is probably my 4th visit. And this is right in the centre of the action, where I knew the 2-up school was, because when I was a little tacker, my grandfather brought me up here once walking through the bush and said, "Don't come over here by yourself, this is where the men play 2-up." That would have been back in the, I reckon, late 60s or something. Anyway, beautiful old coin. You can see it's drying out there. Ram's head silver. Okay, that mullah keep that you just saw me dig, 3 coin spill, 2 silvers. This is definitely going to be a threepence. Look at that, it's silver. What a ripper. 3 coins in one little spot, 2 of them silver. I'll just give this one a little clean. Beautiful little coin. I'd say that's going to be another, hear that mid-tone on apex. Going to be 50%, probably alongside that 55 shilling. Okay, there's that beautiful little threepence. It's a QE2, the late Queen on the obverse. I want to say that's a 56. You'll be able to see it pretty clearly there. And a 55 shilling, along with that penny, which is also a kangaroo, so I'd say it'd be a 1950s. This was in use as a illegal 2-up school. Well, into the early 1970s. Police raided it regularly, but sort of fell out of use after that. But there you go. 3 coins in one little spot. Well, I'm just going to take a break, and possibly this could turn into a rant, but I want to talk about heritage and this hobby of metal detecting. Now, every state and territory in Australia has a Heritage Act. And if you read that Heritage Act, it's generally illegal to metal detect anything older than 50 years. Depends on state to state, coins and relics. Obviously, you can't detect historically listed heritage sites. I mean, no one's going to do that. But in this open bushland, where it's public land, there's no heritage listing on the spot. You have every right to go and look for coins and relics. Now, depending on the state and territory you're in, you may have to report your finds to the government, in theory. Now, what I find about that is it's terribly inflexible. I mean, it's legal to own a metal detector and a metal detector in this country, and yet you can run afoul of heritage laws if you're not too careful, particularly when you do what I do, and that's film videos and show people what I find. Now, I have to be very careful about that, and I always make sure of my ground. It's always public land. I know it's not a heritage site. Heritage information is readily available on sites. Just stay well away from those areas. Most places you can't detect in national parks. You can in Victoria, but not other states, certainly not Queensland. And some of the local council bylaws prohibit the use of a metal detector in a park. Well, that's not true. You can actually use a metal detector, but you can't dig a hole because it's damaging the ground or damaging foliage, some rubbish like that. Anyway, my point is this. I was researching a site recently, and it gets my hackles up a little bit. This is the rant starting. When professional archaeologists, and I'm not an archaeologist, I'm no professional, I'd like to call myself a professional metal detectorist, but I'm certainly not I've got no qualification in archaeology. I'm a amateur history enthusiast. I love preserving the relics. I love discovering the history of this country. Now, when you read heritage reports, about sites where they're doing a heritage study or they're looking at, you know, demolishing an old building or whatever. I was reading a report recently where they made the comment something about the site's been disturbed by unauthorised relic hunting. Unauthorised relic hunting. What is that? I mean, are you saying that I'm unauthorised in this bush in Australia? I'm in Australia, I'm an Australian, I can go wherever I like and I'll do whatever I want in the bush. This is public land. If I go digging relics here and I find things, like I have today, that is not unauthorised. I authorised it. There's no need for any official authorisation for me to use a metal detector in the bush. So it's that arrogance that you get in those official reports and those people sitting in their ivory towers that think that metal detectors are destructive and they have no respect for the past and they have no respect for the history of this country. I love the history of this country. I would not harm it in any way. I wouldn't disturb a heritage site. But I can preserve coins and relics like I found today. This is history right here. I mean, men were here drinking and gambling, well, nearly 100 years ago, and dropping coins, and I'm finding them. I am preserving Australian history. To say that this is unauthorised relic hunting is ridiculous, and it's arrogant, and I really dislike it. So just stand your ground if you can. But, I mean, once you come up against the bureaucrats, you're in a bit of trouble. But be sure of your heritage laws in the state and territory that you're detecting. End of rant. Okay, well, I'll wrap it up there. Really enjoyable little morning here. I might even come back tomorrow. What about that? I'm just getting a bit thirsty. I didn't bring my water in with me. It's not far out to the car. I'll go and get a drink and plan tomorrow's expedition. That was a great little day in here. This 2-up school is very well known. I've been here several times. I'm pretty amazed that I found that patch of coins where I did, because I thought I had detected that area, but you know what the bush is like. You can come here many times and you never hunt it out. And there's plenty of other calls been in this area too, don't worry about that. But I hope you enjoyed that video. I'll now put up some photographs of those coins I found. There was the 2 pennies and one in the 3-coin spill with the shilling and the little threepence. What a ripper of a day. Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy fossicking. Bye for now.